up, Talkin Fight fans? Thanks for tuning in to today's special episode of Knuckle Up with yours truly, Mike Orr, and my special guest today, David Rajuili. You guys might recognize him from our show on our platform here called Ringside Talk with David Rajuili. But before we get into this wonderful interview, I gotta remind all the viewers out there that today's episode is being brought to you by BetStamp app, which is helping thousands of people win at sports betting for free. The same way travelers use Google Flights or Expedia to find the best prices, bettors can now use BetStamp to do the same. When you place a bet, the odds given by a sportsbook will determine how much you could possibly win, even when betting on the same outcome. Different sportsbooks will offer different varying payouts, and these differences can be huge. Thankfully, BetStamp allows you to easily line shop for the most profitable odds across all sportsbooks. You can click on any matchup and instantly see all the different odds for game lines, player props, and even future bets. Line shopping is the simplest way to find an edge in sports betting and maximize your chances on winning long-term. On average, BetStamp users win an extra $1,000+ yearly just by line shopping. You can find BetStamp app on the Apple iOS Store, Google Play Store, or through your browser at www.betstamp.app to access all these benefits. Sign up using promo code TalkingFight and start your journey to successful sports betting today. If you forget to use the code upon sign up, no need to worry, guys. You can always enter our code in your BetStamp account settings afterwards. So do me a favor, go check it out. You know what it is, man. BetStamp.app/Talkin Fight. Guys, check it out. Gotta get the sponsorship. Gotta get that sponsorship up there. You know what I'm saying? So
there we go. Get your BetStamp, guys. Get your BetStamp.
That's right. David, how's it going, man? Nice of you to come back. I know you're coming off that big fight, and we were talking to you just before it. So how's everything going?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me back here, Mike. Everything's good. In good spirits. Fight was good. Everything's good now. The doors have opened, opportunities are flying in, and yeah, man. What can I say? Back in the fighting game. I'm back next week. I'm back in France, 8 rounders. So yeah, we'll get to that. But I'm very good. I'm in high spirits.
Excellent.
Things are going well. Yeah, back in training, and today was my rest day. But I'm very excited, brother.
Excellent. So let's talk a little band about your last fight. This was April the 1st. No joke, guys. This one was April Fool's Day. And our man David here coming through with the majority decision there. 8-rounder. Let's run through it and let's talk about it.
It was a good fight. A lot of people don't know. Actually, me and DB, it was DB from the Netherlands. I was in the Netherlands for about 4 months. I tried to move up there. I was boxing in a little gym. Forgot its name now. But anyway, we used to train together. He was my sparring partner. He's a fully fledged welterweight, always walking around at 672s, 70, 69. Even back then, I was at a proper lightweight as I am now at 62, 61. And we used to spar, and we used to push each other in the ring. So when I say push each other, sparring was always a war, you know. I still remember back then I was like the only African guy in the Netherlands. I was in Den Bosch, and he would come, and I'm the African at the time. I was African WBF African champion, you know. And you know how it goes. Once you come up with the champ, you want to push him, you want to show him that you're actually better than him. So we actually had very good sparring back then, and I knew what I was up against.
Right.
Coming into this fight, we watched more of his videos. He is also an all-round fighter. So he's one of those fighters that, I think I mentioned this the last time, that he fights for his family, he fights for food on the table, you know. He will go do a boxing fight. From a boxing fight, he will do next week an MMA fight, next week a K1 fight, just anything to get food in, you know, get those extra euros in, feed his family. So coming up against a fighter like that, you always know you're coming up against someone who's well prepared. Someone who knows the fight game, whether it be MMA, whether it be K1, whether it be boxing, they're always ready to fight. Hence, we never underestimated him. I never underestimate my opponents, but especially him because he's an all-round fighter. He's a fighter in heart, you know.
Right.
So the fight was good, you know. We started off very good. For those who watched, thank you very much. It was a good fight. We started off nice and slowly, you know. Was still a little bit rusted. Worked off my jabs. Then I actually started to pick him off to see, okay, he is a little bit slower because he was bigger than me. I didn't actually carbo load as I used to in the past. I actually did it. We spoke about this. I did it slowly just to have more of that speed. Just put on an extra 2-3 kilos, you know, especially up against the big fighters. You never want to carbo load so much. You just want to be in your training weight, I would like to say. So you still have your speed and your endurance and everything. So once in round 2 and 3, I started to see that, you know, I'm picking him off the jab with my distance, my head movement, just my levels and his levels were a little bit different. And then I started to play a little bit, you know, had a little bit of fun. There was a bit of holding and stuff like this, but I do understand he was going through Ramadan. Yeah, he came into the fight going through Ramadan. And you know, even the last time when we sparred, it was around Ramadan time, and he would come to training during Ramadan, and he would push and stuff like that. Hence, I say I never underestimated him because I knew what he was coming with, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I picked him off. I started to have fun. Because I've got a new coach now. You know, I started to practice what we've been really training in the gym, trying out new things, and yeah, I got the win, and it was great. You know, the one judge had it a draw. I don't know what fight he was watching. I think he was on his phone.
Yeah, I know.
Watching YouTube or something.
He must have been watching something else.
But you know what? With fights like that, like I was saying, I got an interview the other day from a news magazine from the UK.
Yeah.
And I was telling the guy, Daniel, that, you know, the truth is, no matter who you are, you can be an elite fighter, top in the world, top 100, top 50. If you're an away fighter, you're already not just up against an opponent. You're up against the judges. You're on the back foot already, you know. You have to really, really, really do a lot to win, you know. And if you don't beat the favorite fighter, sometimes it ends up into a draw or something like that, you know. And you would ask yourself, like, actually, I did so much. How did it come to a draw? You know, even my fight last year, I did so much. I lost by split decision. I was like, wow, that's crazy, you know. But this is the boxing game. This is what boxing is, you know. And it's nothing against him or away the favorite fighters. It's what home advantage. That's what they call it. So even when they called out the draw, I was like, okay. And then you heard the other scores. Then I was like, okay, the other two guys were watching what was happening. And, you know, even when I was in there really boxing, I was looking at the judges because I was making sure these punches are clean and they can see it. I don't want any stories here.
Right.
Like that, you know?
Well, you'll be happy to know. You'll be happy to know the fans scored it 77-75.
Okay, nice.
So they were on board with the other two judges. The fans that watched. This is according to BoxRec. BoxRec has it. The fan base has scored it 77-75. So the fact that the one judge scored it as a draw, he must have been checking his email or a text message or swiping right on Tinder. You know.
Yeah, he was probably like, you ain't winning this fight at all.
Yeah.
But you know, those are the challenges. Like we come up against as fighters, not just as myself, as fighters, as 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 a fighter, as you go out there into the world, you prepare for these things. You prepare for these fights that it's not every day you're going to be able to fight in your back garden or in your backyard. You get these fighters. Let's not get it wrong. There are fighters out there that are in the top 10, top 5 that have never left their country, that are always very protected. They have their people. They are groomed, we call it, to that stage, to the top. But they still do the work. They have to win the fight. They're still training, and also you can't take that away from them. But once they leave their comfort zone and go fight elsewhere, it becomes difficult for them, and they actually crumble. Some don't. They can't leave. Example like Kevin Arena, for instance, when he fought in the UK, he's been groomed in South Africa so much that when he left South Africa, he tried, he couldn't. It's a whole different world. But,
I find that like a lot of different countries have different styles of boxing, and if you don't get exposed to that early in your career or through amateurs, eventually sometimes these fighters can fall through fall to that staleness of being stuck by only fighting regional fighters because you just don't have the ability or the experience or the skill at some point in your professional career to be able to fight on that European world level stage because you haven't experienced the other styles of fighting. Like, Japan's got their own style, Germany's got their own style, Russia's got their own style, South Africa's got their own style, America's got their own style. And if you don't get to see these styles in your amateur career because you just haven't had the financial ability or financial stability to be able to do it, you hope that in your pro career you eventually early in your pro career you get to experience those other styles, because you know what, it will come back to bite you in the ass later on.
It does, 100%.
And the fact that you travel, like you just spent 4 months in the Netherlands, so
yeah.
How do you find the Netherlands different from South Africa when it comes to the style of boxing and training?
Yeah, I've been really blessed, to be honest, to this journey that I've taken with the boxing. It's really been a blessing. It's been a hard one, just venturing into the world and just trying this boxing so hard, not getting fights, but training in different gyms and with different styles and stuff like this. This is where I say this is the blessing in disguise. I've been blessed to see all these different styles, And someone actually asked me about the whole Netherlands story. So you see, in the Netherlands isn't a boxing country. It's a kickboxing country, So even their boxing events are very limited. You'll have 1-2 boxing events a year. Their boxers are limited. Each weight group, you have like 4 or 5 boxers, because it's not a boxing country. So their boxing is a little bit behind because of such, But you go to the Netherlands and go to kickboxing. Wow. Every single corner you turn, there's kickboxing gym, kickboxing. It's huge kickboxing there, They fill arenas with kickboxing, it's their thing. So even me, when I went there, it was, I think, 3 years ago when I was training there, they saw me, they saw a whole different style. They're like, oh, this African boy, he runs so much, all of this. It's the same as here in Germany. At my gyms here, I've been to 2 different gyms here in Germany, and they say the same thing. Like, I see you Africans, you got so much endurance, you run so much, you come forward, you just go. And that's, for us, that's our training. We have to run 10Ks. Today I was saying to the coach, I'm taking a rest day with my arms, but I'm going to hit the 10K. He's like, no, you don't have to. I'm like, if I don't, I feel I'm missing something, It's just not normal not to do that, you know what I mean? So the styles are different, and it's like they say, styles make fights.
Right.
Not just fights, styles make a fighter,
Definitely.
And going back to this fight I had now on the 1st of April, I feel in the second round, third round, I was like, okay, you know what? My style is so much better than this. I'm quicker. I can move on my feet. My head movement. He's stiff. He's just coming forward. He puts his head down. Let me play with him, you know. Let me pick the punches and stuff. And it allowed me to do that, you know. I think if I was fighting a more intelligent, different fighter, it wouldn't have gone. Then I have to be very sharp and stuff, you know. It's like now I'm off to France next week. I'm fighting Jihad Bellamy. Yeah, he's 17-1 with 3 draws. Very good fighter, ranked in 120 in the world. Lost to Gary Cullerley from the UK on paper.
Gary Cully.
Yes, so you know yes, 30-second knockout, but to get to that level, he worked his way to get to fighting, you know, and it means it's going to step up my game. This is why I'm so excited. I'm going to be in front of a boxer. I'm going to be in front of someone that also we can't just run into each other. I can't just be wild. I need to be focused. I need to throw my jabs. I need to feint. we need to work together. I need to really, really box. And this is why I'm really excited. It feels like I'm leveling up, even just coming into the fight, you know. When we're working into the gym and stuff, it's like, I've been dreaming of such fights, you know, because back home, you just know, okay, this guy's going to be tough. Head down, go forward, and go. But now it's time to do a lot of ring IQ, control the middle, keep your distance, feint, do this,
completely different style of fighting.
Yes.
Completely different style. Yes, Joe Belmidi, right? He's
yes.
Yeah, he fought Gary. I think it was 2 fights ago for Gary Cully.
Yes.
Yeah. I know the guy. I think you should handle this guy no problem.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough test. Definitely, you're gonna have to use that speed because he's a small, lanky guy.
Yes. And, nice and lanky. And you know the nice thing is those are my favorite guys. I love tall guys because I've got the head movement. My head movement's better than Canelo's. I've got some good head movement when I've got some good punches coming my way. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. It's like I was actually saying I speak to a lot of the amateurs at the gym I'm at now, you know, just to give them some motivation. And I say to them, you know, for me, when I was a little kid in Soweto and in South Africa and stuff, I used to always look out there because I thought the countries are up, you know, and I was like, I want to go fight there. But I always believed that's where I belong. I belong out here in the world stage. You know, I belong out here fighting the world fighters. I belong in MGM Grand. This is what I see, you know. That's why I brand myself so much. I feel I belong there. And this kind of a fight, it's like, hey, bro, you've spoken about this. Now, you're here now with the big dogs. Now you have to show that you really belong here, you know? And this is why I'm excited. It's that kind of a fight to say, okay. And a lot of people will be watching. A lot of, you know, and I'm going to his back garden, but if I pull up and upset them, it's so great and so big for me, you know.
It's such a pat on the back to go into a guy's hometown, home gym and get that win. Like it's a big thing. It's one thing to win on your home soil, but it's another thing to go into another man's backyard and take his dog food.
100%, and that's how I felt coming back to the fight on the 1st of April. Everyone asked me, how did you feel? And I was like, there's no words that can explain this. It's you're away from home. You 10,000 kilometers away from home. You know, I live in Germany now with my wife and my daughter and everyone, but I'm away from home, and you get the win, which it's so difficult to get though, especially in the pro ranks and stuff. And to come away with that, coming back for the second time to the same place, and to get that win, it just shows, hard work, determination, and that's what I kept saying to myself on the road, running 12 o'clock at night is hard work. You can do this. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. It's hard work. It's all the years. Don't worry about the last fight. You're gonna go and show now. And that's how I feel right now for this one in France. Is yes, we're here now. So I'm gonna go show them. I am gonna go hurt this guy. This is what I'm gonna go do. He's gonna say, wow, why did they
He's gonna say, oh shit, man, it's the dangerous darky.
Actually, funny you say that. I was running in the mountains the other day, and I was like, I heard your voice laughing, saying dangerous darky. I love that. And then, a voice came up to me in my head and said, no, bro, you're going in there as the black sheep. You're gonna be the black sheep of boxing now. And I was like, it gave me goosebumps. And I was like, you know what? I actually can be this black sheep of boxing, where the promoters are like, this looks like a step-up fight for you, but actually, you're actually setting up your own fighter for
failure.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And, if I come into the game like that, I can get some very good fights, I can, at the same time, I can be looked away like.
True. It's a blessing. It's a blessing and a disguise. You know what I mean? It's a blessing in disguise, but can also be like the worst thing ever because you get that reputation as like a road warrior, the man who goes into your hometown and whoops your man's ass.
Yeah.
Then you end up getting shelved, right? And then it's like no. He's high risk but low reward, so we won't have that fight. That can really shelf a fighter sometimes. But if you play it right, it can be great for you.
It can be very great for me.
It can be very prosperous, man. It can be lots of money coming your way because of things like that, right?
Yes, 100%. And to be honest, I believe I'm on that road. Even after the fight, a lot of the phone just been going crazy. Like
fights
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Fight offers here, left, right, and center, and people very interested. People want to see more. People want to know this and that, and it's like, okay, it's been quiet. I've done something right. Now I need to just keep doing right. I need to
you gotta keep in their minds, but like. Not right in the front, but you always gotta keep in the memory of these people, and it's by putting on good performances. It's by you going in and not just putting on a great performance, but not knocking the guy out in the first round. You know what I mean? Because that's also crap too. No, they want to see that you're bringing the fight to the guy. They want to see that the exchanges are good. They want to know that you're actually putting on a show. Because at the end of the day. The job for the promoter is to make money, right? The job of the promoter is to make money. He ain't gonna make money if his entire fight card ends up in like one first round knockouts.
First 2 years.
Yeah, but he's also not gonna make money if every fight on the damn card goes a distance and it's crap, right? So
100%.
Yeah, 100%. So definitely you've done something right if the phone keeps ringing now.
Yeah, but man, I'm excited, and I know next week we're bringing in. I'm bringing in the heat. I'm bringing all the smoke. I always steal the show.
Yeah.
This one I'm stealing 100%.
What's the date for it? What's the date for this one?
The 6th. It's 6th of May.
Okay, the 6th, eh? Because it hasn't been listed as of yet on BoxRec.
No, it hasn't been. I don't know why.
Yeah, sometimes honestly, BoxRec sometimes they're a little slow at getting their updates in there. Usually they're really good. Usually 9 a.m. every day they get that in there, but it hasn't been listed as of yet.
Even usually I would sign a contract, send it in. The next day, boom, my name is there. Or 2 days later, it's on. But this one, I don't know. Contracts have been signed. Everything is done. it's just time now. I'm
Yeah.
even I'm going down back to 135, which I feel very confident about. I've been in the super lightweights for
Right.
3 years since I moved to Germany.
Right.
So I've been picking up strength at this weight, super lightweight, going down back to lightweight. I think I'll be a little bit strong now.
How many pounds do you have to cut?
You know, I'm a very, like, I don't know if it's a disciplined fighter or maybe I'm doing something wrong. But I'm not these oaks that after the fight, I don't pick up 10 kilos or
Okay.
15 kilos. I don't walk around in 70s and stuff like that. My coaches always say I should go back. I started off as a 55, okay? And then I fought featherweight, junior feather. I fought a little bit for a while, and then I went up to lightweight. Everyone says to me, all the coaches recommend I go down to back to junior lightweight because it's a weight I could make. You know,
Right.
12-week training camp, junior lightweight I could make very easy.
Right.
You know,
Is that
so
where you
right
feel your
now,
most like? Is that where you feel you're most comfortable as well?
my most comfortable will be at lightweight.
Okay.
Yes. When I say my most comfortable is I make the weight. Right now, as I speak to you, I'm sitting at around 63, 63.5, 60, 63, 63.5. It's my rest day even. I go train or go run or something like that. It just comes off. I've been drinking water all day and all.
Right.
So I can make lightweight easy. Super lightweight now is not that I want to be lazy. It's just I like to challenge myself with the bigger guys.
Right.
I like fighting bigger guys, you know. And I know these guys weigh in at 62, 63.5, and they walk around at 72, 75 and stuff like that. 70, you know. So they carb load. I don't carb load so much. I feel I've got more of an advantage like that. And I really just like mixing it up with bigger guys. Since I was a little kid in the streets and stuff like that,
Right.
I always like mixing it up with the big guys, you know? So that's why
That's how you earn that respect, right? Take on the
Right?
big guy. Take on the big guy. That's how you earn the respect.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just my friends always said I was punchy. I don't know. I just like it. So even now, going back to lightweight, I feel very confident to say, okay, I've been sparring big guys. I've been in there with some big guys. Even the last 2 fights I've had have been with fully fledged super welterweights, and these guys have been coming hard, and I've clipped them, man. I've
Right.
really caught these guys where they've rocked. I've rocked some big guys. So I want to actually see what I can do in my weight division. You know, now less power, more speed, obviously, and speed creates the power. So this is why I'm excited for next week. You know, to see.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna carb load a little bit, just to my training weight,
Right.
and see what he comes in at, and feel his power, give him my power. And I know he's a lightweight. His whole career, he's been a lightweight.
Yeah.
So I've fought bigger guys than him.
Right.
I've clocked bigger guys than him. Like when I say clocked, they felt my power. I've
Yeah.
seen I can rock them.
Yeah.
So I want to see what can happen when I come back to the lightweight division. If I catch him nicely, if we exchange, can he take my pressure? You know, the big guys suffer. They do in the later rounds come down and feel my pressure. They feel it. You know, can he sustain this? Can he sustain my endurance? You know, and I'm feeling very good about this. So I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited.
This will be a good one.
Yeah, I think the
Will be a
dangerous
good one.
donkey is back. The dangerous donkey is back.
It's gonna be nice. It'll be nice to
Yeah.
to go over to France there and pick off the number 3 lightweight in their division.
Yeah. You know, if you can do it there, at the end of the day, it's like this. It's a ladder. This
Yeah.
whole game, it's not a game. This whole sport is a ladder. You have to be the best. You have to go out there and you have to fight the best. You have to go there fight number 2, go there, fight number 5, go there, fight, you know. Who knows, after this fight, I might have to fight number 200 again, go back. But this is what it is. And this is how you climb this ladder, you know. I don't have the best promoters. I don't have people out there looking for fights for me. So I have to go the route that God gives me, you know, and I'm ready. I'm a fighter. This is what I do. So if it means going to France, I'll go to France. Going to Russia, I'll go to Russia. Go to the States, I'll go to the States. Go Mexico, I'll go. I have to do this at the end of the day. If I want to be the best and say, and you know what? If I win all these fights, I can actually look back and say, man, you're the best, bro. You went through everywhere like a Brian Mitchell.
Right.
You know? A road warrior. He's out there just going, winning. And you win some, you lose some, but just going out there, like you said, in another man's backyard, putting on a good show, pushing him back, giving your best, you know, it's there's nothing like it.
No, there's nothing like it at all. Going into another man's backyard and taking his food. Woo!
Oh.
That's a feeling. That's a feeling that's hard to shake. You know, it's a good one. So so we got this fight coming up on the 6th. You're ready. We're taking on this man. He lost to Gary Cully. I know you're gonna bring it to him. I know he's gonna feel your smoke. You know what? You do got to have your hands in this kid does, that's for sure. You know, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see this one. Are we doing another live stream event like we did for the last one?
Actually, I've been asked this the whole week. Actually, I don't know.
We'll see.
It's time for pay-per-view. But we will see, because the thing is now I'm just traveling with me, my coach, corner man.
Yeah.
Me coaching the corner man. We don't have much of the support and people to help us with cameras and stuff.
Right.
So we will see. I would love to bring it to the fans. I've heard this the whole week. Can we see your fight? Please. Make videos, this. So that also makes me excited, meaning there's such an interest all of a sudden, you know.
Yeah.
From the first fight we streamed with Talkin fight to the next one.
Yeah.
You know, the fan base is growing.
Yeah.
People want to see more. And even it motivates me. Like, even I was in the gym the other day and I was like, you know, Dave, if you're gonna go this route of pay-per-views and stuff, now people are watching. Now the world is watching. Now you have to step up, bro. You have to. And just telling that to myself, you feel yourself stepping up. You feel yourself doing things differently, you know.
Yeah.
I even pray every day not to have a big head, to stay humble as much as possible, you know, because these kind of things can sidetrack you, you know. Can get you. I've never really done this for fortune and fame and stuff like this, but all of this can really get you your mind and stuff like that.
It can.
So this is one thing I pray about, just to stay focused, to stay on what the real goal is, you know, not to be this pay-per-view star. It would be nice. For me, those are rewards. It's like winning titles. You know, those are rewards. You put in the hard work. You put in everything. Train hard. Put in the hard work. Fight hard. Win the fight. You'll lose some fights. Keep going. Hey, you'll get your title fights. You'll win a title. But those are the rewards you put in to the sport of boxing. So even with this whole pay-per-view and people wanting to stream and stuff, I feel like it's rewards of all the work you put in over the years, never giving up, always being determined, pursuing, never giving up, definitely never giving up. And this is all just that. It's showing, you see, you never gave up, this can happen. You know, you never gave up. Look, the world is now watching. You know, Talking Fight sent me the numbers of our last show.
It was good.
I was like, I had the tears. I was like, the world is watching, you know, like it's and the funny thing is when I got to Germany, for 3 years I never boxed. And I was like, I'm done with this. I can't. I've got a baby now, I've got a wife, I'm done. And it just kept me going. And I was like, you cannot quit. You have to keep going. And I kept going and I'm like, wow, look, the world is now watching.
Exactly.
And,
Exactly.
It's rewards.
You definitely, definitely.
Yeah, it's just rewards. It's and that's why I'll keep going. I'll train harder and keep training harder. I'm gonna fight harder, smarter, more, better, you know, and see what rewards come out there, you know.
Definitely. So this next one is a pay-per-view, correct?
No.
No?
This one, no, not yet.
Not yet. Soon enough. Soon. This will be good, man. So what's the plan? What's the plan for after this? You gonna take a rest after this one, or are you looking to get back in there right away?
You know, you asked me this. I'm already getting call offers. We've got another fight offer. We've got a WPF title offer. We've got a fight offer. Yeah, it's even I got fight offers today too, and I was like, I even phoned the coach. I said, Coach, I was actually wanting to take a break because it's actually, I don't know how good it is to fight 8 rounds or every 4 weeks. You can deteriorate, you know. You can.
Yeah, you can. You can.
At the end of the day, after 3 months, you're not fighting as good as you should because you're not giving yourself rest and stuff.
Right.
You know.
You need a certain time of rest after it. It's like if you don't get it, you're just doing damage.
Yes, 100%. And so we will see. To be really, really honest, we will see about this. We're waiting for a nice fight offer. Speaking to some people. Can't say much at the moment.
Right.
But we'll see what their offer is for the end of May. We'll see if we'll take that fight. If not, there is, as I said, we have been speaking this morning about a WPF. As I said, I've always wanted to be a 3-division champion, and I might get this opportunity. At the moment, though, is to focus on beating Mr. Gerard.
Yeah,
that is my focus. Everything else is one side. Yeah. I even said to the coach, you know, with all of this is the thing, and this happened to me in South Africa as well. Once you start winning, you become a champion, and you want to focus on one thing, but a million other things start coming in. Sponsorships, this, that. And it actually sidetracks you. So if you had to ask me, and we had to speak, let's say a month ago, or no, 2 months ago, without all of this, I would be just speaking about one fight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I wouldn't have all of these other things. You know, I'll be just focusing on this. And this is what I feel is a test also in this boxing. It's also just staying focused. Stay focused on this one thing. Focus on this one thing, the one fight, going to France, go beat this guy, go give them one hell of a show. And the next day, we look at what we're doing, you know. We look at the next step and stuff like this, you know. I think I was even saying before the April 1st fight, I thought, this is my last fight. Actually, I was like, okay, I'm going to go in there, fight, and we don't know. And then, boom, the next 2 days later, you get a phone call from a promoter. Hey, we saw you fight. We want you in France. You know what I'm saying? Then you're like, whoa, is this for real? You know? So, that's it.
That's
focus on Gerard right now. Go hard. Fly the South African flag hard.
That's it.
Go in there. Take my whole life actually into France. Everything I've worked on, everything I've learned, all the styles, and put it in there and make a statement, because these are the kind of fights that get you recognized.
Exactly.
You say, okay, there's a fighter like this in the country or in the world. There's a guy like this. There's a guy climbing the ranks. You know? And yeah, hopefully I don't scare anybody away to say shit. You know, What's that?
I,
Light
I don't think you're
proves.
gonna scare anybody. I think what it is is you'll put on notice that there's some good competition out there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
100%, 100%.
You know, trust me. We'll be keeping our fingers crossed that phone just rings after this one.
Yeah, 100%. Like, as I say, I'm excited. There's already something maybe for the end of May. Even those kind of fights though it gets harder. 100%. It doesn't get easier. It always gets harder and harder because why? You're fighting better and better and better. But at the end of the day, you as a fighter are getting better and better
Yes.
and better because your opponents are good. It brings out the best of you, and you're like, okay, then you get better and better. You know, when you're fighting the top 10, you belong in the top 10.
Exactly.
That's what I believe. If you're fighting a top 10 fighter, that's where you belong. You belong in the top 10 fighters. You beat the top 10, that's where you belong. You're fighting top 5, you belong in the top 5. You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't just happen where you're fighting top 5 and you ranked 1,000 fighting top 5 fighter or something.
Exactly.
That doesn't happen. You don't belong there.
No,
you know?
man, no. If you get in that ring and you take out a top 10 fighter, then you take his spot, man. That's how it should be.
Yes, 100%. But you belong in that moment.
Yeah, you belong in that group of the upper echelon.
Yes, 100%. Unless you're Jake Paul or something.
You know, then you don't belong anywhere on that list because you bought everything that you have, and well,
but
yeah, honestly, David, I'm looking forward to the next fight, man. I can't wait to see you get back in there.
Really looking forward to the next fight, and it's an exciting journey, you know. And I'm so happy talking fights, and you guys are all part of it.
Yeah, man. We'll definitely be cheering you on for sure. I can't wait to see this one. It should be good. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get you back in here after this fight, and we'll talk about this win that you're gonna come through with.
Lovely. I love that.
Man, for sure.
You're speaking the positive words here. I love it. I love it.
Man. Yeah.
100%. We'll definitely do that again. Definitely.
Excellent. I can't wait. Well, then you know what? I'm going to put that in the calendar for all the fans out there. Listen, after the 6th, watch out for the next interview with David Rajuili, host of Ringside Talk on the Talk and Fight channel. South African champ here. This man, the Dangerous Darky, will be coming back to talk to us after his big win in France as he goes in there to the man's backyard and takes his own food. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
This is what we do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, David, I'm not going to keep you too much longer, brother.
No problem, brother.
I know it's probably late over there.
What
time is it right now?
I wanted to ask you something, bro.
Yeah, ask me.
You watched the fights on the weekend. Tell me something about it. What did you think of that, eh? With the Garcia and the tank and
with Davis, I called it. I knew it was going 6th, 7th round. He was out. He was done. You know what it was? Once Garcia's left hook was taken away from him, it really showed that his skill set is not on the same level.
On the same level, yeah, 100%. Still young.
He's still young. You know, you got to think of this like, even though they could be, they're roughly around the same age, kind of thing. The thing is that Davis has already been a 10-year professional. Right? He started young. He's been in this game 10 years. And you got to name it, as a 3-division world champion, your last 10 fights have been against number 1 contenders, bad 100%. Men that are trying to take that belt from you. So the competition that he's faced over the last couple of years is far superior to the people that Ryan Garcia has been knocking out. So
100%. Right?
A lot of people. It's the same thing I said when Rolly Romero. When everybody said Roland Romero was going to take Davis's 0, and this same shit happened. What happened? Davis's defense. You know what? His great counter punching. He slipped out on that inside, caught him with that hook, and that was it. The guy went to bed. Same thing here, man. You know, Davis using that evasiveness, that elusiveness that he has. You know, you can really see the Mayweather in him these years. You know what I mean?
100%. You can see. The thing is, the funny thing you said that is, I was explaining to my wife the other day is, this Davis, I've watched him from the beginning when he started All Access.
Right.
And I still remember, I think when Mayweather bought him out, he couldn't speak English really. He couldn't really speak, and people used to mock him and stuff like this. And I think he went to talking school or whatever, and then he started speaking.
Yeah.
But how Mayweather actually groomed him.
Yeah.
Even this whole thing that they're in beef, I don't believe none of that. They're working together. Mayweather groomed him to that moment when he became the face of boxing, you know, and you see it. You see how even the way he speaks now, the way he carries himself and everything throughout the fights, and they were saying he's choosing his fights. Davis is choosing his fight. Yes, they're grooming him.
Yeah.
They're getting him ready to become a 5-time champion. Yeah. This is what these guys do. They take them from a young age, groom them all the way to the top. You know, I think with Ryan, if he had Oscar De La Hoya groom him from the beginning,
it would have been a different fight.
Different story.
Different story.
Yeah,
it would have been a different story. But you know, Garcia also had quite a long layoff too, right? Like he was inactive.
Yes,
for
he had that mental health and all of that. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So like, you know, that takes a toll on you too. You could see, you know what, you could see, like everybody says, oh well, Garcia's got power in that hook, and listen, Davis hits like Wilder.
Yes.
You know, when you talk about fighters today that are relevant in boxing who have that one punch knockout power, it's a list of, you know, lightweights and up, you know, lightweights, cruiserweights, heavyweights, except for when you hear one name in that same list that gets talked about with all of them, and that's Tank Davis.
Yes.
Right? And we're talking at 130, 135, 140. Yes. This guy can knock people out with one punch.
Yes, 100%.
And there's not too many of these little guys that get mentioned in those conversations. And can take.
That's the thing. And he can take. Like he's, you know, there's a one fight I would still like to see him, the rematch with Ruiz. If he has to rematch that kid, I think. Yeah. But even that fight, that kid came, man.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying with the black sheep that can come in and they see him and you'll never see him again.
Right.
Because he's too dangerous for the division. Yes.
Right.
They'll keep him on the side.
They'll definitely keep him on the sides. Yes. That's for sure. Oh, yeah. Hector Luis Garcia, yeah. Honestly, Rolly Romero, you know what I mean? Like he's fought Rolly Romero, Isaac the Pitbull Cruz, Mario Barrio.
Yes, Isaac Cruz. That's who I'm talking about.
That kid's a pitbull, man.
Yeah, but you know that kid, what he showed with Davis, he took Davis 12 rounds.
Yeah.
And after that, they don't want to put him in the fights with the big guys.
No.
They don't want his smoke. They don't want
to. No, because he's one of those guys. He's got that. He's got that super intensity. You know what I mean? He's got that intensity. He's got his head down. He comes forward.
Like Maidana.
Yeah, he just head down, come forward all the time. Go. He's got no reverse. He only comes forward.
Maidana. He's like that. He's and even for Tank, that was a dangerous fight for him.
Yeah.
That's why I think they shy away. They don't even think of the rematch or anything like that.
No, they won't, because it was too close. Like it was way too close. It was the score. It was scored 115, 113, 115, 113, and 116, 112. So it was too close. Too close for comfort.
Yes. But you see, after he fought Davis, it's hard for him to get any fights now.
Yeah.
Because he's there at the top guys, but none of those top guys actually want to say, hey, come, I'll fight you. Because they know this is a danger, man.
Yeah.
You know? It's
he hasn't fought this year at all. His last fight was in September when he took on Eduardo Ramirez. And that one went only 2 rounds, and it ended in a knockout. And Ramirez was down twice in round 2. So
so no one wants to take him.
No, he's now currently. I guess he's currently the WBC Silver Light champion, because that belt was on the line there against Ramirez.
Yes.
So,
but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, he He hasn't fought this year, so we definitely will see. We will.
What do you make of the Haney Lomachenko fight?
We'll see. We'll see, right?
I think Lomachenko take it.
Honestly,
Haney will take it back from him.
yeah, I think so. I think so. I think so. I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see more than one fight there.
Yeah. This is what I think is. That's why I say I think Lomachenko take it the first time,
Yeah,
and then Haney will come back, take it again.
Lomachenko's
For
one of
me,
those
why I
fighters that's
say
just
this is Lomachenko's career was short. Was the whole Ukraine war thing kind of put him back, and just the whole thing of the whole Ukraine thing putting him back. I think that also gives him so much fire to say, you know
motivation.
what, I am still here, I am Lomachenko, and this is what's going to win him the fight.
I think so too. I think so too. I think it might be a big upset, and Haney will just get that. He'll get that wake up that he needs.
Yes.
He'll definitely get a wake up in that fight. And listen, you're not coming in here and you're not beating up on an old man. That's not what's going to happen.
Yeah. No. Age is not even. I don't think they're even thinking age.
No. But there's always those people that'll think that. But listen, this is not an old pup versus young pup kind of thing. Like Lomachenko still has it.
Don't they know with age means experience? So the older you are in the boxing ring, the more experienced you are, meaning IQ and everything. A veteran is actually to fight a veteran is actually very dangerous. Because they're more skilled. They know more how to use the ring, how to do this. They know more tricks than the young bloods.
Yeah.
So if they have to throw in the whole age thing, then actually Lomachenko is the favorite. Because he's a veteran, he's more experienced, he's got more ring IQ, more amateur fights, more this, more that. So if they're throwing in the age, then he's the favorite.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you got to 24 versus 35, right?
Yeah,
35, or I believe between
that's
30.
Something like my fights now.
I believe between 30 and 35 is really a man's prime in the fight game.
Yes,
right?
100%. And then when you hit 35, he starts going down. You feel it, I promise.
It's not that it goes down, it just takes longer to recoup from the fight. That's all.
Yeah, 100%. But you feel the aches and pains.
Yeah. I felt the aches and pains just standing up to come over to the computer and do this interview. My ankles were snap, crackling, and popping, man. Jeez. I couldn't imagine after 12 rounds. Man, I probably wouldn't be able to walk right now. I'm so old.
That's funny, brother.
Yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that fight as well. But I really think Lomachenko will take it. And there's some good fights coming up. Even next week, Canelo and Smith. We all know that's quite a
that's really good.
Stepping stone fight. But hey, you never know. Right? The Smith can. It is Smith, eh?
I'm actually looking forward to the Boatsi and Steppen fight.
Which one?
Boatsi and Steppen, yeah.
When is this?
This one's taking place on the 6th as well. You'll be busy fighting. You'll be busy fighting. So Josh Boatsi, this kid, 16-0, 13 knockouts. He's one of these kids you just gotta look out for.
Nice record.
Big knockout power. And he's just got it, man. He's definitely got it. He's been making a name for himself, that's for sure. And he's taking on Steppen. This one's gonna gear up to be real nice, man. Paul Steppen is 18-0 with 1 draw with 12 KOs. And this headline bout, it's looking to end his Polish rival's undefeated record in an empathetic fashion as he kicks off the conquest for the world title. So, and then Ben Whitaker, can't wait to see this kid. The enigmatic 2020 Olympic silver medalist. So I can't wait to see these guys in action. This is a big card.
Yeah, nice. That's amazing boxing up next week, eh?
Yeah,
It's
man.
actually the
Amazing boxing
boxing
up next
weekend.
week.
It's
Actually, like the next little while, man, because we got the Canelo Ryder card, we got the Zero and Burton card, we got
yes.
Kim Clavel and Reyes card. Well, there's some great cards coming up in the next little while. Also, in May we also got Taylor versus Cameron coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Terry Harper and Cecile Baracus is coming up. This is all the same day as the Lomachenko and Haney, so they definitely got their work cut out for them, man. Because lately these women out here have been putting on
shows.
Yeah, man, they've been putting on some shows, and I'll tell you, with a few of these women cards coming up, man.
Yeah, it's
These men out here,
some
men
good
out
fights,
here,
some good fights, some good fights, some
Definitely.
good fights. Yeah, the women, it's actually quite exciting. Some of the fights are actually better than the guy fights, to be honest.
Yeah, man. And they got more heart. Some of them have more heart.
Yeah. It's like
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. They fight. They fight, and they don't turn it down. They don't say no, right?
Yes.
They're in there, man, and they're ready to bring it. And and come on, it makes for a nice weigh-in, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Imagine we should step up the weigh-ins then, the guys.
Yeah, man. The guys should start coming out in friggin' banana hammock.
Speedos or something.
Yeah, man. Nice little Speedo banana hammock. Maybe a banana hammock with a G-string, give a little turnaround, show off that ass and shit.
That's pay-per-view buys 101 there.
Yeah, man. That's pay-per-view buys for sure. Well, on that note, we're coming up to the hour here. Always a great pleasure talking to you, David.
Yeah, you too, Michael. It's good, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much for the interview and your time. Thank you to the fans. Thank you to Talking Fight. And thank you to everybody for supporting me and pushing through my journey. And we'll be back next time, like Mike said, for another interview.
For sure.
I'll tell you how things go in France.
Yep.
With another win. And like Mike said, the Dangerous Dog, he's back.
That's
we're
right.
Out here, we're working, and we had to make a statement.
Yeah, man. Well, Talkin' Fight fans, you heard it here live from the mouth of the man, David Rajuili, the Dangerous Darky, back in the studio with me. He will be fighting, guys, May the 6th, so make sure you keep your ear to the ground. You're definitely not going to want to miss this, and you want to hear the outcome, so definitely come back for the interview and join us, and we will we'll definitely break down this fight. We'll bring some fight footage for the next one. How about that?
Yeah.
Definitely bring some fight footage. We'll break it down, show some analyzing of Dangerous Darky whooping this kid's ass.
Lovely.
Well, guys,
thank you very much, Mike.
That's it, man. Yes, definitely. To all the Talkin' Fight fans, thanks for tuning into today's special episode of Knuckle Up with yours truly, Mike Orr, and my special guest and the host of Ringside Talk, David Rajuili. We will see you next time. Same channel, new topics. You know what it is, man. Peace.